Hello and welcome, this is Ruth and I've got kit number 84 from Tonic Studios. I'm just going to open it up, show you what the contents are, and then we'll start to make something. It's always very exciting whenever these boxes come. So this one is called the CHAMFERED gift box. Look at that, isn't that absolutely beautiful? Lovely colours as well. And now look at this. Oh, I saw that right away and I thought, oh wow, just look. That is just right up my street. I really love that. So I think you'll like that too. Now we'll open all of this up and we'll just have a quick look. Here are the papers and the card. And I think I've got a list of what's inside here on this. Oh, it's gold writing, so I hope I can see it in this light. We've got the CHAMFERED gift box die set. So that is this in the little wallet, the little folder. Now, I never know which one's the wallet and which one's the folder, so let's see. One kit wallet, one kit folder. Well, this is, I'll call this the binder, but it's time to get one of these. Every 3 months, I think it is, you get one of these. And there it is this time, and then this little wallet fits inside, and you can fit 3 in there. We've got our sticker, and I'm going to put that on first of all, and then we'll have a little look at the die set. CHAMFERED gift box, and there's the die set and the instructions, I'm glad to see, and a little stamp set. So there's the instructions, but hopefully I'll be able to guide you through making the box, and you'll, well, of course it's going to give you a cut list on there, I'm sure. Yeah, so the cut list is on there. That tells you how many things, parts and pieces that you need to cut out, and then I'll show you how to assemble it. So hold on, don't panic, we're going to do that together. And then this is the die set over to A5 sheets of acetate here, and there's lots of lovely little panels. This one says warm hugs, and more of that in a minute or two because I'll come back to that, and obviously we'll have a closer look whenever we make it up. I love these little panels here. Those would be lovely on a card as well, I'm sure. Now we'll just put our instructions back in so I don't lose them, and then have a quick look at this little dice stamp set. Sorry, this says with love always, made just for you, for a special someone, forever friends, from the heart, and to brighten your day. Lovely little stamp set, and I'll pop it in there so I don't lose it. And then we've got a beautiful card here. Those are really rich and elegant colours, really classy looking, I think. So we've got Navy Dazzle pearlescent card, that's this one. Then we've got Majestic Gold pearlescent card as well. Those two are really beautiful together, but the pearlescent feel off them is lovely. Lovely even if you're going to use the card, maybe not even just with this die set, but if you want to use something with a debossing die, it's beautiful in those cards. Then we have some mirror card here, somewhere in here, yes. I'm going to cover that up rather quickly because you'll just see me looking back, but that is polished gold. It's really beautiful. And then we've got gold dust glitter card. Now moving on to these ones, we've got some classic card, and this is Peer View, so that's a kind of navy there. That's that one. We should have 2, yep, the other one was hiding. So we have 2 Peer View navy cards. We've also got 2 cream, 1 ivory, and 1 ivory smooth card, so that's 300 GSM, and these others here are 216 GSM. A really beautiful combination, but this is what really grabbed me. We've got a 36 sheet card pack here. So this is 200 GSM, technically probably called paper, but I would call this card because it's 200 GSM. So you could really use that for all sorts of substantial things as well. But there are 3 each of 12 double-sided designs, and these are 8 by 8, and they work alongside the Beautiful Moments Tag Sentiments die. So you'll see when you turn this over that there's a little die set which also works with this. But just look at these. Now, just before I actually move away quickly from this one, there are little bits and pieces that you can use on there if you're not using these, so don't forget that as well. But look at that. The other side of it. Do you know, whenever I get double-sided papers, I never know which side I like the best and which side I want to use, but just too many to choose from. There we are. Anyway, that's just my little problem. Beautiful blue background on that one, 3 of each. And then, well, I'm looking already, and you could cut out some of these, like fussy cut them, and some of these as well. That would be really, really beautiful. That is gorgeous. Look at those lovely flowers. And then the blue background. I love ones like that too, because they've got this beautiful border down. You can cut off the border if you want. You can cut off a stripe of it. You can use this half and half, or cut it into 4. And there's so many different ways of using that, but it's really gorgeous. And then look at this lovely pattern on the other side as well. There we are. And then this. Now, I also think that you could be adding some foiling onto that. You could add some gold foil onto that to match this, with a little glue pen and some of the beautiful Craft Perfect foil fusion that they've just brought out. That would be really lovely with that. I might try that. I might just try that through the video. Oh, lovely. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. I'm going to keep saying that because I do really love these. And a lovely pale blue on the other side to finish off. So 3 of each of those. And then this little packet here. Always very interesting to see what's in here. But obviously, to me, the big thing is this one. But look at that. We've got some crystal drops here, and these are Bubblegum Blush Gloss. And that goes really, really perfectly with that as well. Gorgeous ribbon. Lovely, lovely fine gingham. And this is called Navy Gingham Ribbon. And it is 5 meters by 5 millimeters, and that is just perfect with that. And then we've got some Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. I'm pretty sure I saw something else in there that would be very interesting. Yes, I think the little gem has dropped off mine. It's in the bag here. This doesn't often happen, but when it does, you just pull it off and attach it. But this is one of the precision nozzles for the glue. I love those things. You can just make really, really, well, I'll show you it afterwards. You take this off, this little piece, hold that on to something else, fold it just over the side, put that one on, and then there's a little pin up in here, and that keeps this little nozzle clear. Just pop it over the top there, and you've got a really, really fine applicator for your glue. If you really want it, you can change it back to that one again if you need, but it's always worthwhile having a couple on the go. The other thing with these is, if you want a really, really fine application of some of these drops as well, so long as it's not the coarser one like the stone drops or something like that, it's fantastic for that as well. So you might want to grab yourself another couple of those if you like them. I do, and I have plenty of them. So I'll leave the link to all of that, which leads me on to my affiliate link for everything that I use for the kit. For everything else will be down below in the description of the video. Any extra supplies that you might need, and it doesn't cost you anything extra to use those, but it does give me a little commission, so thank you very, very much to everybody who does. While we're at it as well, just some housekeeping. If you would like to, please subscribe to my video channel. I would really, really love that. Subscribing doesn't cost you anything either, and it really helps my channel along. So if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you'll be kept up to date with all my videos as they come along. Then if you're enjoying it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and leave me a little comment. I'm going to do some die cutting now, and I'll be right back. I've cut out 4 of these panels, and then I used this die to cut out this shape here, and that will get glued on directly on there. Now there's another little shield sort of shaped panel like this, and it has a plain edge or one with little dots on it. I've used this one and I've cut it out 4 times. You could use that and that together, and that would give you a lovely sort of lacy kind of pattern, but I'm keeping it plain because I'm using it on patterned paper. Now I've cut it out 4 times, as I said, because on 2 of these panels, I think anyway, so I will know as I go a little bit further along here, but I think that I've got to keep 2 of these like this, and then 2 with the side panels on. So I just sort of carefully watched where I've put the panels onto the patterned paper. That patterned paper is so beautiful, and I've picked out some of it without any white on because it needs to sort of blend in with this ivory, and I've actually used the 216 GSM card for this, but I'm going to glue this on, and then I'll show you how to sort of fold those the little fold lines back, because when they're not straight like that, you don't want to bend them in the wrong places. So we'll just go very, very carefully with that. So that goes on there. There are little guidelines, as you can see. Hopefully you can see anyway. The fold lines there are the guidelines for where you're going to put that panel. So just remember, 2 of them will have these on if you want them, and 2 of them will have them sort of empty at the sides. Is that the way we put it? Now, fold that one back, that little tab, and that one, and I've done all that on all of the others, and I just want to make sure that bottom one is burnished really, really well. Now on these ones, because they're curved, all you want to do is sort of mold that back. Keep your finger in behind at the back here while you're coming along that one with your thumb, and then you'll get a really good little line on it. You can sort of pinch it together at the ends, but don't try to do that in the center. Once you've got it sort of into shape, then you can press it a little bit more and you'll get a really good little curve on it. Just do exactly the same thing on the other side. Finger in behind. It's actually easier if you start in the middle and then just work your way around, just like that. It's very, very easy. You don't need to pinch it too hard at the ends, but you can do that, and then again just finger and thumb. I'm actually using my middle finger this time, but either way, so long as you've got one on each side of it, there you are. Now on the instructions it will tell you that you've got to take the little square panel, but don't fold it on the score line, just leave it flat like that. And what we're going to do this time is glue all of these panels onto that. I'm going to glue them on the outside, and then I'll cover that with another navy panel. So I'm going to attach these the whole way around this. You'll be able to watch as I do that. Again, I'm showing you a mistake, but it's better that you remember and watch what I'm doing. If you've got the 2 without the decorations on the side of them, make sure they're opposite. Don't do what I did. And make sure these are the same here, because you definitely need to glue this over the top of this. So you want to make sure that there's no point in having that in there. I got it off before the glue had taken too much, so it's quite fine just to put it back on again. I haven't wasted anything. Just make sure that this folds up like that. Yep. And then carry on. You can learn from my mistakes. Now you want to attach all of the sides together, so you'll glue this little piece here right in here, and then on this part that doesn't have any decoration on, put the glue down there and fold the other one right over the top, just like that. That's why it's important to have them in the right place. So you're going to have that like that, and then put your finger down inside there and just pop that right onto the back like that, down in there as well. And then you can glue this up here. And carry on right around the rest of the little box, just doing exactly the same thing until it's all made up. That's the little box all made up. Isn't that actually a really lovely shape? Now I'm going to take the other little square that I had die cut and just glue that over the top of the glue tabs down there, just to cover them up and keep that neat. And it also strengthens the bottom of the box as well. Now we've got the lovely box, we'll have to make a little lid for it. So you'll need to cut 2 of these and then 2 each of these, so they're sort of opposites of each other there. And then to decorate those, you can use this die for the center of this one, and you don't need to put anything on there. It's a bit like the other sides of this. And then you'll take the 2 pieces that you've cut for each side here, and again just fold those little bits in exactly the same way as we did for the big box. And I've got little pieces here that I've cut out with the little corresponding die that was in there, and then a little piece for the what I call the shoulder of it, but that might not be the right name at all. That goes on there, and then this little piece cut with this die goes on here, and it has got a kind of a broader bottom to it, and then the sides are a wee bit sort of narrower, so that will go on just like that. Then you'll put glue on the back of those ones that you've decorated, and that then will get attached right over the top of this on one side. Now just be careful that your fold line and your glue tabs are all in the right place. Put a little bit of glue up there and then fold that in, and that will give you this kind of a shape. And then you can take the other one of these little pieces, put glue on the same part at the back there, pop that right over the top of there, make sure you've it lined up here, and fold that back, and that way you'll know if it's in the right place there. I need to move that over a little bit. There we are. And then some glue again in here, and fold that over just like that. You can hold those just for a second or two. Just make sure that everything's all lined up. And there you are. And you should have 2 of those. Then you'll take this die and cut that out once, and you'll need to fold that in the middle this time. Now I've taken these 2 dies together, so that's an outside edge which I could have cut with the plain paper, but I've used this little one inside it, and that has given me this design here. So I've now got these, and this can go directly on top of here. So with the long sides facing, you're going to glue this piece on here, and then fold that round and glue that on there, and the same on here. There's little tabs here. You don't actually need to open them the whole way around. You can leave those ones flat if you want, but you will need to just slightly turn those out on opposite sides there. And then where this join is, where this little split is in the lid, you can just pop that right over and slip that in there, and then do the same thing on the other side. If you really wanted, you could pop that one down in behind too, I suppose, but I kind of like the look of it just like that. Well, that was actually really easy, wasn't it? And it looks beautiful. I've gone ahead and made a second box, and I really love the glitter this time, so I've used the glitter here, and I've made this sort of more open panels with the decorative die. So I've used that one inside the outline die of it. But if you wanted to make this box so that there were holes right through it, and you could put a little battery tea light or something inside it, you would just cut this straight into the panel while it's flat and not use the outside edge, and that would leave the little holes. You could do the same up here as well. So that's another way of doing that. But I've put the glitter on, and then I've used the lovely card, the lovely paper pack as well. But as you can hopefully see there, I've added a little bit of foiling onto these images the whole way around here, and I've left one here blank just so that I can show you how to do that. Right at the start of the video, I mentioned some this foil, and this is the little packet from it here. So I have got a pen here, which is a glue pen. It's let's see, medium glue pen. This is a Craft Perfect one, Nouveau, sorry. And I've just taken this little piece here that I had cut out for the side panels, and I'm going with the edge of this, not the flat part, but the little edge, and I'm just going in here to that little blue flower and adding some detail there. Now you need to wait until that dries, or you can dry it off with a heat gun. Either way, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. As you can see there, it's not just perfect, but these are sort of watercolor flowers, and we're not really looking for a really precise image anyway. So I'm going to just dry that off with a heat gun and then apply my foil. So I've actually just taken cut a little piece of foil off the roll there. You can see where I've done that, and then I'll lay that down face side up and maybe just leave it for a minute or two more to dry. And while I'm doing that, I'll show you what else I've done. I'll grab it with the heat gun in a minute or two. But I've used this little die here. I'm not actually sure what that was for, but I have cut it out twice, and I'm going to just attach it to one to the other by this top circle here, and I've folded them down at the bottom there so that it sits something like that, and then the two rings are attached at the top. Now on the top panel here, I'm going to just glue those two pieces down, see, like that. That's a kind of little butterfly effect that I've got going on there, and I'm going to glue those down directly over that center fold on the top lid of the little box. There we are. And then to cover those panels up, I'm going to use two little panels that I've cut out with the patterned paper as well. That'll go right over the top there. And there's my other one. Then I've made myself a little tag as well. You can probably see it somewhere there. It actually looks a bit like a medallion. That's really beautiful paper, and it goes beautifully with that Peer View navy card there. And I have cut out the Peer View again with the outer die here. Then I've used the two together with gold glitter card, and I've glued one directly on top of the other, and that then can go through here. So I can tie a little knot, just put one through each side and tie a little knot on it and leave it hanging down the side, just whatever sort of length I want that, or I can loop it over and tie it in a little knot. I might just do that. Oh, go on then. So that's actually dry now, and I went ahead with a heat gun just to speed it up a little bit so that I can carry on. Now you set this down foil side up and just take a little bone folder or something like that. Even your finger would do, but there you are. Now if you find you've missed any bits, you can set it down again. That's the beauty of this. You're not going to waste anything by making a little mistake. And if you do think that you might even need a little bit more gold on it, just go back in with the pen. You can do that as well. And add a little bit like that, dry it off, and put this back down on it. There. Now I'm going to take my crystal drops, because I've done that on these others here. So I've put a little drop in the middle of the flower and then some others right round it. Do you know what? This time I'm going to just put this on first, and then when I put my crystal drops on, I can set it aside to dry. But I actually left those little panels aside before I put them on, but after I put the crystal drops on the last time. So this time, because I'm nearly finished, I can go ahead and do this. Always check on a little spare piece of card if there's any air bubbles in your crystal drop container, and then just go ahead and add some on here. Before I finish the video then, I thought I'd make a nice little card to match. So I've made a 5 by 5 square card, and I've got some Peer View card here, and then a square of that gorgeous paper on there. Isn't that really lovely, the way you can just cut off a border and have it down at the bottom there? Now my initial intention was to sort of cut out 3 of these and put them across here with a little bit of twine or something joining them, and you could put M-U-M and have mum, or you could put a name or an age or something like that. Or you could just have one and have it hanging there. I thought that would be really, really nice. But then I had a little look at this and warm hugs, and I hadn't actually showed you how to use this, so you probably already know. But anyhow, I have this on sideways, and that's on purpose because I cut 2 of these out, and then I just marked a little mark there where it's exactly at the top of that heart, so that you get that perfectly centered whenever you put it in here. And that would be normally that way, but I wanted to have it sideways this time because I am going to join both of these together, and just like that. I usually do that with double-sided sticky tape, so let's just go ahead and do that. This time I'm just wanting to have these little loops out at each side of it, so I'm just going to put that down over there, and then I've got this, and I've got a length of ribbon here, and I'm going to put it through here and then back out through here, and then attach that across there. And the gold just stands out really beautifully, and that ribbon is just gorgeous, isn't it? So now all I got to do is put some double-sided tape down the back and attach that on there, and attach it to the card front, and that's it. Bob's your uncle. Of course, I added a few crystal drops just to finish that with the lovely crystal drops from the kit, and I did even put a little bit of glue just in behind that. It doesn't really matter, but I thought maybe just to keep it stable I would do that as well. And that's a really, really quick and easy little card. That frosted rose paper pad is so beautiful, and it makes really, really quick and easy cards. But you can obviously then just use different dyes and things with it, and you'll get lots more mileage out of it as well. So there's loads and loads of scope for that. So that's all I'm going to make today. I do actually think you could make lots more with that. There's different ways, as I suggested throughout the video, of using these dies as well. And you can see there I actually did end up just popping the little pieces up, the little semicircles up, and putting the lid down, because it actually does make a really, really snug fit. I haven't done it there, but it does make the lid a little bit snugger of a fit. Oh, I think that's what I meant to say. So there we are. That's the card and 2 lovely little boxes, and I hope you've enjoyed watching. Don't forget that my affiliate links to this will be down below in the description. Also, if you haven't subscribed, I would really love you to do that and hit the notification bell, and you'll see lots more of my videos as they come up. If you're enjoying the videos, don't forget to give them a big thumbs up. Even the rest of the videos that you're watching, if you do happen to go on and watch some more in the playlist, it always helps if you do leave me a little comment and give me a big thumbs up as well. But until next time, happy crafting. Thank you. Bye bye.